let's practice some more circuit analysis. So let's try and get all the currents and all the powers and all the voltages for these three resistors arranged like this. We're going to be applying Kirchhoff's laws and Ohm's law and the equation for power. Here we go. So 80 volts across these three resistors here. There's a few different ways to do this. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Certain pieces you can put in first. What I'm going to try to do is to work out the total current first. So apply these very carefully. They must apply to the same thing. Total voltage is total current times total resistance. So let's work out the total resistance first. These two are in parallel. So you can work out their resistance as 1 over their total resistance is the sum of the reciprocals of their resistances. Don't forget to take the reciprocal at the end. So 4 ohms. So these have an equivalent 4 ohms. To take a bit of a shortcut there, you might just know that if you have two identical resistors in parallel, the resistances are half. Because that would make sense. It is now twice as easy if I add a second resistor here to get from there to there. That means the total resistance for the entire circuit is 4 plus 4 is 8 ohms. So now I can apply V equals IR to the whole circuit. So I total is V total over R total. And that's nice. That comes out as 10 amps. So it must be 10 amps here and 10 amps everywhere except in this little bit here. Now for this one, I've got its current and its resistance. I can get its voltage. So V equals IR. Again, I must apply all these three things to this resistor. So that's 10 times 4. That's 40. 40 volts across here. I could have got that in one go, actually. If I'd taken this as a potential divider, there's some voltage divided between 4 ohms here and 4 ohms here. It must split up half-half. So 40 volts here. Also 40 volts for all of these. Turns out they're all in fact the same. I could have got that from Kirchhoff's voltage law, saying the total voltage around this loop adds up to 0. So 80 supplied, 40 used here and back to 0. Now I've got all the voltages. I'm doing very well. We can get the current for this one. We could get it as V over R. In fact, let's do that. So the current of this one is its voltage over resistance. So that's 40 over 8. That's 5 amps. We could also have just got that from 10 ohms going, so 10 amps going here, from Kirchhoff's current law. It splits up, so these two must add up to 10, which incidentally means this one must be 5. But because they're symmetrical, we'd know it had to be half-half. Only because they both have the same resistance here. So 5 amps. Now we've got all the currents, voltages, resistances. Now we can get the power. So power is current times voltage for each thing. So here, current times voltage. I'll try and write on here without erasing these. So that's 10 times 40. That's 400 watts. Here, 40 times 5, that's 200 watts. 200 watts here. So total power is 800 watts, which should make sense because 80 volts are making 10 amps flow through the whole circuit. That also works. Just a bit of practice analysing circuits there.